everyone, this is Keith Scott from our Simply Australia. I'm one of the voices that will let you loose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kelly and Andy McPhee.
So, what have you been up to over the years since graduation, and how was high school for you?
Yeah, high school was pretty good. I was actually, I did pretty well in high school. Not, not super duper well, but good enough. And I went to college. I started out college at UCCS for 2 years, and I was, undecided, and I just knew that I wanted to go to college, but I don't know if that was the best idea to just go in like that, and uh, I kind of got kind of like a I call it like a quarter life crisis because I don't know, I would stay in my room and sometimes I would get like anxiety to go into class if I was late, if I was like, and maybe it was on me to not be late, but I would be like, oh, I'm 5 minutes late. I don't want everyone to stare at me, or and then I would go back uh, and it was in Colorado Springs, and I wasn't used to the traffic, and I wasn't in the right headspace for that going there, and so I kind of dropped out per se, or I decided to go to Front Range, which is a smaller college because I wanted to get an accounting degree or accounting certificate just to be able to work as an accountant because I it was one of the classes that clicked with me, and but then there, here in Front Range in Loveland or Fort Collins, the teachers were really nice, and uh, it was way different than the bigger university where, I had those auditorium classrooms, and you're just drowned out, and you're really just another name on a list to the professor. The teachers were, willing to work on you a lot more, push you a lot more, maybe if you didn't turn in an assignment, and a lot more like Estes Park kind of vibes. So I did a lot better, and my accounting teacher was like, this certificate's not really going to do you too much. Like you're a good enough accountant, you should try to go get the whole degree, not just the certificate. And so then I ended up going on that route, and from Front Range, I went to CSU and I got my bachelor's in accounting, and then um, I I then graduated there, and then I started doing online, and I got my master's in accounting as well. Um, and right after that, I started working at a CPA firm out of here in Fort Collins, but the main company was in Wyoming, and in Cheyenne, which is like an hour away. But they would I would work as an auditor, and I would audit different governments. So I would, get to travel over Wyoming. But Wyoming's not as cool as Colorado, I would say. I think like going back to Estes Park's growth and all that, you can see it even there. That a lot of towns over there, not enough tourism, or I don't know what it is, but Colorado's got its magic, and
Yeah.
so then I did that for a couple of years, and then during that I helped my mom start her cleaning company, and I still help her a lot on the weekends, and a lot of the on the business side of that and the administrative side, and through that I was recently put on the board of directors for the Estes Chamber of Commerce, which is pretty cool for me to do to be allowed on there, and now I'm uh, a lot more involved in the community. I would say it's opened a lot more doors, and led me to meet more people, and um, so like for example, last week there was this event called Ski Jor, which I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's
I've heard of it.
horse.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was pretty cool, yeah, for anyone who hasn't. But it's horses that are pulling some skiers, and it was a pretty cool event. And I was open to that. Through that, I could have gone without being a part of that, but just that's where I learned because another board person on the board of directors is is on is the director there, and for that and the rodeo, I believe. And but yeah, so then that's what I've been up to. And then I also I have I work as an accountant for another company. I do that from home, so that's pretty nice, and it allows me to, like, on the weekends, help my mom, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now. But yeah.
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia, saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.